this is your tita in China, and today we're back with a new skincare video. Today we are going to do a brand review, and it is a brand that is very popular, especially within the Philippine YouTube beauty community. It is no other than the brand Luxe Organix. I will be talking about the Miracle Solutions skincare line, and I will tell you my personal experience with these products, as well as what the formulation is like, what the ingredients list is like, and the kind of marketing buzz they have created around their products. But before we move on, if you're new here, welcome. Happy to have you on board. My name is Emmeline, and I am resident in China. I come up with skincare related videos, as well as living in China related videos. So if that's interesting content to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the notification button so that you will know the next time I will upload a new video. Luxe Organix is a brand that is very popular within the Philippine YouTube beauty community, and pretty much every popular beauty YouTuber or makeup YouTuber I know in the Philippines has reviewed this, whether as part of a sponsorship deal, or they were part of the PR list, or an endorsement. You know, you name it, there's going to be a Filipino beauty YouTuber who has already spoken about it. Us as consumers, we actually don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if Luxe Organix sent these products to the YouTubers or to the influencers as like an exchange for a review, if they were actually paid to create a review, or if they were paid depending on how many views they got. So it really depends. The regulation in the Philippines is very loose, so we really don't know. That's the bottom line. We really don't know what goes behind the scenes, and whether or not there was any financial benefit that the influencer has gotten from Luxe Organix. YouTubers talk about this, and none of them have disclosed the kind of relationship that they had with Luxe Organix. So I just assume, although I'm not sure, I just assume that this was all either part of a PR list or that they were actually sponsored by Luxe Organix. So anyway, having said that, even if we are not quite sure about what the actual status of the relationship or the financial relationship that they have with the brand, it's still quite obvious that every famous YouTuber, influencer has spoken well about Luxe Organix, and therefore I have to try it. Everyone has said that it dried up their pimples, or it has really improved the texture of their skin. So who doesn't want any of that, right? I have bought pretty much all of the Luxe Organix products that I was able to find in Watson's, but I will section them off. I will start with the Miracle Solutions, and then later on I will do the Aloe line. With the Miracle Solutions, I was severely disappointed. You know, it's one thing when the product just doesn't work for your skin, and it's quite another if the product actually can damage your skin barrier. Now, I know I have sensitive skin, I have eczema prone skin. However, I am not a stranger to retinoids. I have used retinoin, like Retin A, and I'm still using it now. I have used exfoliating acids up to 12%, and I was able to tolerate these things. So if I do get an allergy because of active ingredients, it's very unlikely that it's the active ingredients that's causing me to have that reaction. It's more likely that it's the formula or the product itself that has a problem. And that's exactly what happened to me with the Miracle Solutions line. So for the Miracle Solutions line, I got the cleanser, the toner, the emulsion, and the pimple corrector. This is the cleanser, and it is quite a foaming cleanser, and it didn't really work very well for me because it stripped my skin too much. It was really foamy. It really removed every speck of oil on my face. But I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. I can see this working very well with really oily types, and as long as you don't really use this or leave this on your skin for a long time, you know, just lather up and then rinse off, I think it's going to work for you. This is actually not a particularly bad product. It's definitely not the worst product in the entire Miracle Solutions line, but again, it's not something that's going to work for me. The foaminess of this cleanser actually comes from sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS, and this is not a bad ingredient, by the way. I mean, a lot of people do demonize SLS, but really, if you look at the studies, there's nothing wrong with this ingredient. It's just that you need to understand that this is a relatively strong surfactant, so it is more capable of removing more oil from your face than a non-SLS cleanser. So if you keep your face washing short, just a few seconds, I think you'll be fine with this kind of cleanser. This is the Luxe Organix Miracle Solutions toner, and if you look at the ingredients list, the toner's active ingredients include AHAs like glycolic acid and mandelic acid. And when I saw this, I was actually quite impressed because because they actually give you AHAs that are of different molecular sizes, which means that it can go to different levels of your skin. The mandelic acid would be bigger and would stay more at the surface of your skin compared to glycolic acid, which has a smaller molecular weight. Also has BHA, salicylic acid, niacinamide, and BHA in the form of lactobionic acid. It has no fragrance, however, the tea tree oil is a fragrant essential oil. So while technically it doesn't have fragrance, that doesn't mean that it is unscented. This is the Miracle Solutions Emulsion, and it has the same active ingredients as the toner. However, this is definitely more of a lightweight moisturizer texture, somewhere between a light moisturizer and a gel, and it is a little bit more moisturizing because it has occlusive ingredients like shea butter and dimethicone. Texture-wise, it was quite nice. It sat very well on the skin. However, for someone with dry skin as me, I actually had to supplement it with a heavier moisturizer, and in this case, I used my Aveeno Eczema Therapy. I have been using this moisturizer for years. It is a very hypoallergenic moisturizer, and I was pretty sure that it's not going to interfere with the way either the emulsion, the toner, or whatever else works. However, I just couldn't use the emulsion on its own because it's really just not enough moisture for me. Lastly, there is the pimple corrector, and it also appears to have the same cocktail of active ingredients. It's just that it appears to have higher levels of salicylic acid, and that's because the salicylic acid is actually higher in the ingredients list compared to the emulsion and the toner. I noticed that the pimple corrector is actually like the best and most effective product that they have in the Miracle Solutions line. Compared to all of the other products that they have in the line, I think this is the one that works best, and that is because it does have a higher level of active ingredients, and also because you only put it in small spots. I did find this quite drying for my pimples, so when I put them at night, usually the next day or within 24 hours, the pimple would already dry up. But is this the best spot corrector I have tried? No. But is this the most effective and the best product in the Miracle Solutions line? Definitely yes. So I'm not the type of person who's going to demonize any particular ingredient, because I do know that every skincare ingredient has a place in any formulation if used correctly. However, the Miracle Solutions toner simply is just a slightly elevated version of Eskinol, considering that the first two ingredients are water and alcohol denat or denatured alcohol. Alcohol denat or denatured alcohol is actually a low molecular weight alcohol, which means that it has a tendency to dry your skin out. Now, low molecular weight alcohol in skincare is not necessarily a bad thing. It helps make your product lightweight and not greasy, and in sunscreens, it also helps stabilize the UV filters. It is also a way to enhance the penetration of certain active ingredients in the formula. The problem with a formulation that is heavy in denatured alcohol or low molecular weight alcohol is that it allows even the bad things to penetrate into the skin. Not every ingredient needs to penetrate as deeply. Some ingredients already work their magic just by sitting on top of your skin. And especially for ingredients like glycolic acid and salicylic acid, you don't really actually want them to penetrate deeper than they already go. These ingredients already have a molecular weight that is small enough that they are able to go into the layer of your skin where they can work their best. So if you're going to add alcohol to the mix and make these ingredients go deeper than where they should be, it's just going to lead to irritation, lead to redness, and even a compromised skin barrier. And the whole Miracle Solutions line also contain a lot of other irritating ingredients like essential oils, like tea tree oil for example. The whole Miracle Solutions line also contains a whole bunch of botanical extracts such as peppermint extract, thyme extract, feverfew extract, daisy flower extract, sage leaf extract, and since we don't really have that much literature on any of these plant extracts, we don't know whether or not we should actually introduce them deeper into the skin or allow them to penetrate deeper because of the alcohol in the formulation, because it can easily just cause irritation. I tried these products on my face and my neck, and while it didn't happen right away, after about a week of using it, I developed these really painful rashes. I actually just tried the moisturizer on my neck, not the toner. And I also tried the cleanser also on my neck. And it should be fine. The cleanser should be fine for your neck. The moisturizer should be fine for your neck, because you should be taking your skincare down to your chest. So it should be fine, or it should be formulated in such a way that you can use it in those in the beginning, it was okay, but towards the end of the first week, I developed really bad rashes. I developed really bad, like small blisters almost, really itchy, but they were also painful at the same time. But since it was really painful, it wasn't just even uncomfortable, it was downright painful to continue to use these products. So I just stopped and I gave myself time to recover. I gave my skin time to recover. So after 3 months, around the beginning of this year, at the beginning of 2020, I tried Luxe Organix again, and the same thing happened, but this time it was worse because it happened maybe 2 or 3 days only after I started again. And this time, I got rashes even on my neck. I just want to make it clear that aside from the eczema therapy moisturizer that I've been using for years, the only thing that I used aside from the Miracle Solutions line was my favorite Purito unscented sunscreen, because the Miracle line doesn't have a sunscreen. So the possibility of the rashes being caused by either the sunscreen or the moisturizer is very low. So I would usually use a product for a few months, not just weeks, but months, to make sure that I actually give you an accurate review. So for example, my Crave Beauty review I've been using for about a year. My Purito review also here, I have used for about 6 months before I even tried to make a review. Honestly speaking, for the Luxe Organix Miracle Solutions line, it's just completely impossible for me to try it out for that long, because even just a couple of days, my skin barrier was just completely damaged and I just couldn't continue using it anymore. A lot of you might be thinking that since this is an AHA BHA product line, that perhaps what I was experiencing was a purge, but that definitely was not what was happening. I wasn't using the Luxe Organix Miracle Solutions line for long enough for it to actually cause a purge. And on top of that, the way that the irritation came in was not in the form of pimples or acne. It was in the form of irritation, redness, and itching. You see, I'm not a stranger to exfoliating acids. I have been exfoliating my face for, I don't know, a couple of years now, 3 years now. I have tried different products on the market. I have tried the Crave Beauty 5% glycolic acid. I have tried the Ordinary 7% glycolic acid. I have tried the Ordinary 10% lactic acid. I have also tried the Paula's Choice 8% glycolic acid serum. I also tried the TLC from Boost 12% glycolic acid serum from Drunk Elephant. I have also tried the once a week products from Drunk Elephant, which is the Sukari Baby Facial at 25% glycolic acid. I have also tried the Ordinary Peeling Solution, which is 30% glycolic acid. So I'm not a stranger. My skin is not a stranger to glycolic acid, even at higher concentrations. And yet, I never had any irritation. I never had problems with inflammation and swelling. So I know my skin is resilient to exfoliation and quick cell turnover and skin renewal. What happened with Luxe Organix was not skin cell turnover. It was irritation from a bad formula. All in all, I don't think that this is a good product line. I don't care how many people were either paid or were asked to make a good review about this product. If you look at the ingredients list, if you just try the formula, you will know that it's not. I don't think that the formulation is good. I don't think that the ingredients list is good. Coming from someone who is already very used to exfoliating acids and even retinoids, it was very surprising for me that something like this have the capacity to really damage my skin barrier. And at a particularly short time as well. That says a lot about the quality of the skincare line. The cleanser might work for a very oily skin type of person as long as you don't wash your face for too long. The pimple corrector might also work, especially because you're only using it in small spots. But the toner and the emulsion are definitely a no-go for me. I would never recommend it to anyone. So let me know if this product worked for you. Let me know in the comment section. So I hope that you found this video informative. I hope that you found this helpful. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and share this to your friends who are also skincare buffs. And I'll see you in my next review. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye! Shvets!